Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
The Oscars will have a host this year. The person hasn't been named yet, and they've already been canceled for their old tweets. Seattle Seahawks backup QB Geno Smith was busted for DUI. If you had to sit through a season of Seahawk football, you'd get drunk too. The Red Cross is offering donors a chance to win Super Bowl tickets amid a nationwide blood shortage. This is great news for patients needing blood type Buffalo Ranch.
Prospector ruins everything, even the news.
Not everybody's day goes according to plan. A lot of people, when their day falls apart, go online and share what's happened. I share their stories with you. Epic fails on Rock 107.
Have you heard about the lonesome loser? He's a loser, but he still keeps on trying.
I found out when I was a baby, I was abandoned in a dumpster.
Loser?
My boyfriend dumped me and walked away from our life together because I wouldn't let him indulge in his stupid man-child hobby of collecting swords and hanging them on the wall. He already has 2. Why would you want more than that? Bullet dodged, but 2 years together wasted.
Loser.
My date decided not to have sex with me after she saw that I wear tighty whities instead of boxers. She said she couldn't take me seriously as a grown man wearing underwear normally worn by children under 10 years old.
I'm a loser.
Their lack of success makes us feel better about our lives. Epic fails on Rock 107. My high school sweetheart and husband of 20 years sent me a text saying, "You'll notice I'm no longer living at home. I moved in with my parents while you were making dinner tonight. There's no one else. I'm just over the being married thing." 20 years and divorced via text. I discovered why my girlfriend is so obsessed with cutting my nails. She collects my clippings in a jar under her bed. She claims it will keep us together longer.
Are you a big loser? Yes, you are. You are a loser.
While trying to change my visiting cousin's opinion about our town being a redneck white trash place, we stumbled upon a wedding proposal in a Walmart. So much for changing her opinion.
Sorry, you're such a loser.
Their defeat is our victory. Epic fails on Rock 107. While I was at work, my dumb husband gave his dead rabbit a Viking funeral, sending it down the river behind our house in a crate that he set on fire. It got stuck on a tree, which caught fire, along with the field and warehouse next to the field. The police think he did it on purpose.
Am I a loser?
My wife forgot our anniversary, and since she always makes me suffer when I forget, I made a fancy 4-course meal in our living room, wore a suit and tie, and really rubbed it in that she forgot this time. Turns out I got the right date, but the wrong month. It's next month. And so my suffering begins.
He's a big baby loser.
I saw a customer open a bottle of salad dressing, taste it, then put it back on the shelf.
This is 24-second Shot Clock Sports. When the buzzer sounds, my mic goes dead. Start the clock. ESPN analyst Bart Scott said Bills quarterback Josh Allen should take Viagra to get the blood flowing before Saturday's freezing playoff game against the Pats. Strongly objecting to that idea, the Bills center. The Major League Baseball lockout continues with no activity and no end in sight. In other words, it's no different than a Major League Baseball game. And in cricket,
it's ridiculous. No, really. Good morning. I'm Rock 107's Prospector. Let's face it, every day is something day. National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. National Jungle Gym Day. National Fart Day. It's ridiculous. Well, today is National Dress Up Your Pet Day. Or Humiliate Your Pet Day, depending on how you look at it.
Jessie has a dog, and you know that the dog looks just fine. But lately something's changed, it ain't hard to define. Jesse's bought some goofy clothes for his favorite canine, and he's hiding his leash. And the other dogs won't sniff his butt when he's on the street, and he won't get in the car for the dog park. I'm glad that I'm not Jesse's dog. He posted pictures on his blog. Who would dress up their dog like that?
following rant may cause you to pull your hair out, scream at the radio, punch the dashboard. Complaints should be addressed to Loudmouth Yambag at rock107.com.
Hey, I'm Rock 107's Prospector. Here's what's got me jacked.
Often I'm told by my wife that I'm too picky, or that I go on and on about things too much. Of course I do. That's my freaking job. And I think you ought to at least take what you do a little seriously. Which brings me to this week's rant. A rant that my wife described as way too picky. I'm watching Diane Sawyer on ABC News on Monday night, and Diane says this, and I quote, "How can twins be born a year apart? We'll tell you right after this." So, of course, I figured it was a New Year's baby story, which already makes me angry. So what? You had a baby on the day we now celebrate the New Year. It's a coincidence, and really not an uncommon one at that. But I waited for Diane to come back on my TV and tell me how twins were born a year apart. Now, here's what the story was about. It was a story of twins born over the New Year. One at 11:59 p.m. on 12/31 and one at 12:02 a.m. on 1/1. Hey, it's great, but that's not 1 year apart. That's 3 minutes apart. Yeah, they're born in different years, but most certainly not a year apart. I mean, if you were born in December of 67 and I were born in February of 68, would we be a year apart? No! A year is 365 days. So to be born a year apart, you'd have to be born 365 days apart, not 3 minutes jackholes. I know I'm too picky, but you're a freaking news person, for crying out loud. Get it right. Facts are your business.
I'm Prospector. I'm for the people. Who's with me? I gotta go crazy, man.
Ever see the crazy guy screaming at the wall outside the Times building?
Where does this rage come from, my son?
Tweet us with hashtag #IFoundProspector and we'll come and get him. Prospector, mornings on Rock 107.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A guy in Montreal recently found out 600,000 pounds of potatoes were going to go to waste if no one purchased them. So he spent $12,000 and gave them to his local food kitchen to help feed people in need.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
Every day I scour the World Wide Web. I'm looking for funny or interesting videos to put on our websites and to play clips for you on the show. And when I find one that stands out above the rest, I declare it to be the winner of the internet. Here's a guy making fun of his wife for slipping and falling on the porch steps. And then he does the exact same thing. He thought the steps were just wet and blamed her for not telling him they were iced over. Check it out.
Ooh, and that's gonna be on the camera. Ow! You didn't say it was ice. God. You didn't say it was ice.
I love her laugh.
You literally sat there and did not.
Love her laugh. I love that you didn't say it was ice. You want to see the video? You can check it out. It's at rock107.com. Click winner of the internet. There it is, your winner of the internet for this Friday, January 14th, 2022.
What's a yambag? A fool, an idiot, a blockhead, a dunce, or an ignoramus. You know, a dullard, simpleton, or a clot, nitwit, dipstick, pea-brain, mouth breather, or cretin.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Yambag of the Week.
Here are the nominees. Nominee number 1.
A 29-year-old guy got arrested near Philadelphia last week after he stole 2 self-pleasuring devices from an adult toy store. He got away, but the cashier knew who he was because he'd recently applied for a job there.
Nominee number 2.
A teacher in Texas has been charged with felony endangerment after she drove her 13-year-old son to a COVID-19 testing site with him in the trunk. She told health officials she didn't want to catch it from him.
Nominee number 3.
A 60-year-old guy in Alabama got arrested for stealing a full set of metal bleachers from a public park. He hooked them to the trunk of his car and dragged him down the street. Broad daylight, he made it about a mile and a half before a cop pulled him over.
Nominee number 4.
A guy in Wisconsin was busted for drunk driving on Sunday, and then, while the cops were arresting him, his wife jumped into the driver's seat, drove off, crashed into a pole, and also got arrested for drunk driving.
And the winner is...
the husband and wife who both got busted for drunk driving in the same car on the same night. You two were made for each other and should be separated from the rest of us. And you're the Yambags of the week. Tune in weekday mornings for all the nominees for Prospector's Yambag of the Day right here on Rock 107.